Hey guys, I have finally made it. I'm so sorry. I hate being late. I was caught outside. I had to go out and the weather's been awful. The traffic was awful. Excuse. I hope you guys are okay. And now I'm doing this on my iPhone. So I'm not quite sure where to look here. And I hope you can hear me. All right, so we're just going to get straight into it. So just stretch gently because we're not going to do that 1 minute warm up. You won't be able to see me. And I'm just going to show you, for me, what is the best stretch for the chest. And we all get very tired across the chest. Is that looking at you? I'm not quite sure where the camera is here. Yeah. So, and when we have, what we tend to do in the class is we take the hands at the back there, and or we hold the hands there, we open out. Quite often we use the wall one at a time or in a doorway. Yeah, but the chances of having a doorway where you can do that, and particularly when we're actually working out with the band. All right, so it's good to know that we can do the stretches with the same equipment. All right, so what I have here is a high anchor. So what I've done, just in case you haven't seen the video there, so I would probably take everything off. I use a carabiner because I'm going in and out of these bands a lot, but you don't need the carabiner, okay? And I'm just gonna see, it really creates problem. Just unclip that, and I'm actually going to take the carabiner off. Yeah, it just helps me to put multiple things very quickly into it. So I've got a little bead at the end here. Some of you might have a foam roller. So what I'm going to do is just loop it over, yeah, and then have it close to the hinge side and slam the door. And then I'm going to pull it. Okay, so ideally you want a door that opens the other way. But I don't have that. If you have a key, then you could lock the door, or otherwise put a, what do you call those things, a door stopper underneath. All right, but we never swing on it, and never had a problem. The door closes really very well. So we've got the one band. You could you could use a flexor band on this one, yeah, but not all of them. So I'm going to pop that through, just loop it through. So I've got what we call a single band on a double loop. Yeah, double loop there. All right. So we want the line of pull in alignment at right angles to the body. Yeah, so I'm quite close. Sometimes I do this with a single band on two bands on a single loop. Yeah, so longer. Yeah, but you can do it here as well. So I've got a split stance and I'm leaning forward. I've already got quite a lot of pull from the band. All right, so I've got that nice steady split stance there, and I've already got a stretch. So you want to be very stable on the feet, and I'm going to stabilize the arms. I've got the stretch here already, so if I want to extend it, I just bend into the front leg, and we want to keep the ribs closed. Okay, so that's working directly. So you see how I've got my arms at right angles to the body, and that's the line. So this is actually a little bit uncomfortable on the hands on this one. So I would definitely, if I was doing this a lot, I'd wear gloves or use the straps. Yeah, so see how you get on, and then we can look at the options available for you. So all we have to do is to hold that position there, keeping the ribs closed. Now we can also, we're going into the shoulder, so this also, God, I hope you can hear me. We can also go into, this is stretching the front of the shoulder. Yeah, let me just let go of this. Yeah, so the pecs cross the front of the shoulder there. So I'm stretching through the chest muscles, but also the anterior deltoid that crosses the front of the shoulder there. So, but the thing is that I want to keep range of movement in the whole of the shoulder. So it's really quite hard to do that, but it's really brilliant with the bands. I'm going to do one arm at a time because I want to be very mindful. So I've got that split stance, and I'm not just hanging in my arms. So I'm going to take my left arm up. Yeah, I'm just stretching and slowly, and I'm just pushing the chest through and just holding it just maybe 10 seconds, and then I'm working up. I hope you can see that. I'm taking it up to the ceiling there, and then getting that nice stretch through. Okay, then I'll slowly bring it back down. You can stretch on the way down. Yeah, so it's a really nice smooth stretch. And then I'm going to do the other side. It's good to change legs just to even up on the legs, really. So then I'm going to focus on the right arm. And I need to keep the left arm up there, just otherwise the band will come through. Yeah, there's so many different ways that we can do this. So I'm just starting to, so if I have the arm straight, then it might be inhibited, the chest stretch or the shoulder stretch might be inhibited by the biceps. I'm softening the arm, just play around with it, and then I'm just going up slightly to the diagonal. It's like working around the clock. So now I'm at 10 past 3, isn't it there? So we're focusing on that right arm, and then I'm coming up 5 past and just gently easing into it. So we want to relax to a certain extent the shoulders, yeah, but I do like to do one at a time, and just because it really takes a lot of focus, yeah. And then, I mean, you could do, often we do that, don't we, on the floor. We do a downward dog prep or a downward dog. This is like a downward dog through thoracic, and I've got a little bit of extension through thoracic. That is actually a nice stretch, yeah. And then I'm coming down. So it's good, you can do it with 2 arms. I must say that this is cutting into my hands. So I usually use, because you haven't got straps, so I would definitely get some gloves when you come to the masterclass. Just some leather gloves or something with fingers, yeah? So then to come out of that, I'm just gonna step back, release the tension, and then take the weight off the bands, yeah? So just try that gently. So we do wanna have the wrist straight, and I like to extend through the fingers. So what I could have done is I could have actually curled the wrist round like that, and that would have been a little bit, maybe a little bit more comfortable, but then I'm losing a little bit of, I'm having tension in the hand, and I'm losing a little bit of energy in the hand holding it there, and I don't get that nice extension through. So I don't really like, sometimes, especially when we're stretching, I like to extend the hands there, yeah? So I hope that was useful, and just loosen out. So we get very, very tight there, and I do that on a regular basis. Those are the 2, there's some main stretches, and these are the ones that I teach you, the main stretches that we do. There's a lot of fancy stuff that people just do for variety, but I'm going in with a basic stretch, which is the minimum that we need to be doing on a regular basis to keep the mobility, around the joints. Yeah. So again, 1,000 apologies for running late today, and I look forward to seeing you at 8:30 tomorrow. What day is it? God, what day is it? It's Wednesday, isn't it? Thursday, and we've got that lit class, and I'm really enjoying it, and I know 1 or 2 of you are too. So I really like it. I like the very basic choreography with the faster music. And then what are we doing? We're going to do some inner outer thighs with lunchtime with the anchor point and the band. Now you won't be able to use a flexor band for that. If you had 2, it gets a bit messy, really. You could do your outer thighs, but it's really hard you've got to use the anchor. And anyway, have a look, and I will think about that. But you just can't do it with a single band. You need one that loops round and that has more stretch than most of the flexor bands. Or if you had a long flexor band, the only way you could do it is with maybe 2 long flexor bands, or like a 2 meter, and then loop that together. But if you just have 1 meter or 1¼ meters, it's not going to work for you. Yeah. And then we'll do perhaps some balance in the evening. All right, guys, so you have a nice evening, and stay dry, stay warm. Miserable out there today, and stay safe. Yeah. So I think the end of lockdown, I think it's coming close, isn't it? Let's hope so. And if you're having your vaccine, let me know, and let me know how it went. And yeah, I need to make an appointment. I need to go and do it. Okay, guys. So thanks very much for your understanding, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice evening. Bye. And I apologize for I'm not looking at you. I'm just not quite sure where to look on the screen. Okay, cheers. Bye.